Fast international circuits in the world is this one that sits right at the bottom of what is that Mount Vesuvius, the historic but still active volcano that stands atop 1.2 kilometers above Circuito Internazionale Napoli. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Championship Decider. This is the fourth final deciding round of this world-class international series, which dates back to 2010. This is the fourth round of the WSK Supermaster Series, and in a few moments' time, we will decide the champions for the championship, which is now in its 13th edition. The mini-final is the first of our four finals this afternoon. 270 drivers from all around the world, including, once again, another stacked field in the mini category, 79 drivers. They raced the pre-final this morning, and we are down to the final 36 to race not only the final round, but also for the championship. Jindrik Peschel took victory in round 2 and round 3. Dries van Langendonk, he won the first round of the championship at Lonato. Christian Kostoja, he won the season opening WSK Champions Cup. Jindrik Peschel has a long lead in the championship, but he's racing this afternoon under appeal, and he does start further back on the grid than he would have liked on the 5th row alongside, would you believe it, Dries van Langendonk, who is second in the series. Jacopo Martinez starts on pole position for this final, which will be raced over 8 laps, 12 kilometres in just a moment. Let's find out how he got there as we take a look at the highlights of what has happened. A spectacular weekend of racing thus far here at SARNO. Jacopo Martinez, 5-1-3 for Team Baby Race. Finished P2 at La Conca last weekend, but starts P1 on the final grid in just a moment's time. Dries van Langendonk, he won round 1 of the series in the 5:06 Caroline, and is trying to keep his championship hopes alive. Dries van Langendonk to start the final on the 5th row in just a moment. As spectacular as ever, 60 Mini. Even these baby carts, only 60cc capacity, but they're topping over 100 k's an hour on one of the fastest circuits in the world, that is SARNO. Pole position went to Jindrik Peschel 48 hours ago in qualifying, a time of 102.717. The championship leader for Team Baby Race, he finished on the top step alongside his Baby Race teammate, Jacopo Martinez, 7 days ago at La Conca, 500 kilometres south of this circuit, which is just a few kilometres outside the ancient city of Naples, or Napoli, in the south of Italy. Jacopo Martinez to start on pole position. Once again, it is an all-baby race, front row of the grid. We'll take a look at it in its entirety in a moment. We welcome you to SARNO, Circuito Internazionale Napoli, the championship decider for 2022. This world-famous series, which dates back to 2010, as we take a look at the grid, the spectacular sight of Mount Vesuvius in the background. There is still snow upon the top of it. There was much more 4 or 5 days ago when we arrived here in Naples, or Napoli, but it is melting thanks to the beautiful sunshine as the 3-minute board goes out. It is snowing. It was snowing on the top of Vesuvius, but we're just a week out from springtime in the Northern Hemisphere. Baby Race, they finished 1 and 2 at La Conca 7 days ago, and they start 1 and 2 on the grid. To the left of your screen is Jacopo Martinez, the Italian, and alongside is the Brit Roman Kamyup. He took 2 heat victories last week in the rain at La Conca, and he took 2 heat victories yesterday in the dry. That was Vesuvius, the ancient volcano which erupted some 2 millennia back. It is still active. It last erupted in 1944, right in the middle of World War II. It rumbled in the late 1970s. Forgive the cliche, the only action which will erupt, I've got that wrong, didn't I? The only eruption this afternoon will be that on track as we decide the finals, the championship this afternoon. I've been practicing for so long I made a mess of it. It will be spectacular. Great to have your company here at Circuito Internazionale Napoli, the circuit that was built back in 1992, one of the fastest tracks in the world. hosted the 1999 European Intercontinental and IC8 Intercontinental A Championships, which was won by Stefano Fabi in a top kart. 2003, Wade Cunningham, the New Zealander, won the 2003 Formula A Championships, and the WSK International Series raced here at Sarno 2008, some 14 years ago, before any of the drivers on the grid for the 60 mini final were even born. Reference to the beautiful grid girls here at Napoli. They leave the track, and we are dumbfounded why Formula One still do not have grid girls. Surely they have to reverse the decision, as ours, they are stunningly beautiful. They leave the circuit, and we're just a few minutes away from the championship decider here at Napoli. We'll go through the grid for you in just a moment. We'll also look at the championship at the moment. Jindrik Peschel 329 leads it from Kostoja on 244 points, and Dries van Langendonk 229 points. In third place, Filippo Sala, fourth in the series, going into the final on 193 points. Jacopo Martinez, 187 points. But the Italian to the left of your screen will start this 8-lap, 12.4 kilometre final on pole position. Great to have your company wherever you're watching us live around the world on WSK.IT. And the first event, our new agreement with Motorsport TV, worldwide coverage for this world-class series, the WSK Supermaster Series. The green flag flies, and we are ready to race the 60 mini final to decide the championship for 2022. William Collegiate just a little bit slow to get going. Now the 503 Paralin fires up. Martinez on pole. Come out of two, Dean Hugendorn, Kilian Jossadon, Kostoja, Iskander Zulfikari, Nicholas Schaufler, and the Australian who does get going, Jindrik Peschel, the championship leader. And Dries is alongside Oliver Polochko, Filippo Sala, who won in the Italian championships early this season at this circuit, Filippo Pancotti, Scott Lindblom, Julius Ocepa, Christian Blandino, Bottaro, Lorenzo Campos, Luke Towell, and the driver from New York, USA, Vivek Kantan. The 11th row of the grid, the South African, the Cape Townian, Ethan Lennon and Bennett Gaspar, Jeyu Shen, Ludovico Mazzola, Malbasha, Grich, Jack, another American, is alongside Paolo Tizzano, Pietro Baguti, and Nico Carfagna. Oliver Rasmussen, Casper Ratchpold, Vladimir Ivaninkov, Bruno Blanco, Il Siciliano, Lorenzo D'Amico, Fiden Papafilippo, out of grid 36, the driver from the other side of the Adriatic Sea. The tension is rising at the foot of this active volcano, which is Vesuvius. This is Sarno, this is Circuito Internazionale Napoli. This is the championship decider, the 2022 WSK Supermaster Series, live from Sarno. Team Baby Race lock out the front row of the grid. Martinez to the left of your screen leads the field up to the line. Roman Kamyab, the Brit, out of grid 2. The WSK Supermasters Series final. And we race. The field scattered down into turn 1. Roman Kamyab from grid 2 has been hung out to dry. Contact to the 519 Paralin for Team Baby Race. He's in position 4. With the Austrian Nicholas Schaufler breathing down his neck. A clean start to the 60 mini final here at Sarno. And Jacopo Martinez, the pole sitter, leads the way. Dean, the Dutchman, Hugendorn for the Kiddix Driver Academy in the Alonso kart into second place. And Kostoja 501 is right there as well. Dean Hugendorn has to attack Martinez in at the same time. Defend from the Paralin. He does both. They go into the hairpin at the far part of the circuit for the first of 8 times here this afternoon. We are watching Peschel, the championship leader, who goes through in position 7 behind Kilian Jossadon in the early stages of this race. As Kostoja makes the move into the final corner, and he takes Dean, the Dutchman, Hugendorn, back to 3, may well be back to 4, as Roman Kamyab gets the run. There's Roman behind Nicholas Schaufler. In fact, he's got through now on Nicholas Schaufler. There's Jossadon, Jindrik Peschel, Iskander Zulfikari, and his team driver, teammate Filippo Sala right behind. Dries van Langendonk, second in the championship, has come across the line in position 10. And with that, he drops to 4th in the series, the virtual championship. We'll keep you updated with that as Jacopo Martinez leads up the back straight for the second time. Costoya, the WSK Champions Cup champion. He won that title on a freezing cold day on the 23rd of January early this year as Schaeffler goes off the road. The Austrian in the grass. It may well be all over for the Pink Panther on the second lap of the final. Costoya, the Champions Cup champion, sits in second place and with that moves into second in the championship. Tries to make a move, runs into the back of Jacopo Martinez. There's Dean Hugenton in position 3 in the 528 Alonso kart. Across the line for the second time, Martinez under enormous pressure from the Spaniard. There is KJ up in P4, took pole position at this race 12 months ago as Costoya sends it down the inside of the second corner and the Spaniard takes the lead. Nicely done by Christian Costoya. Jacopo Martinez slits back to second place, and with that very move, Costoya moves into second in the championship as well. Peschel is racing under appeal. He's in position 5. Provisionally, he will still take the title. The Czech driver for Team Baby Race, he won round 2 of the championship at Lonato. He won 7 days ago at Le Conca. He's racing under appeal at the moment, and he makes the move on the inside of Dean Hugenton. JP goes up and takes position 4. There's KJ ahead. Dean Hugenton fights back, though. They're side by side into the final corner. There's Filippo Sala, Oliver Polochko. We'll see when Nicholas Schaeffler comes across the line after going rallycross in the opening stages of the race. Costoya with the race lead, the fastest driver on the circuit, incidentally, is Scott Lindblom with a 102.521, but he's way down in position 17. A move for P3 as KJ up onto the podium now on this, the 4th lap of this 8-lap, 12.4 kilometre final. Costoya trying to pull away, but he can't quite do it. Filippo Sala has fallen down the field. 14 driver. Kilian Jossert on 5.66. That's the Swiss driver who now falls off the podium. Costoya is actually pulling away. Martinez, P2 last week at Le Conca, and P2 here this afternoon. The Italian who started from pole position for Team Baby Race. They won the WSK Supermaster Series Championship in 2012 with Leonardo Lorandi, who would also go on to take the Supermaster Series in KZ2 6 years later. Baby Race in P2, Costoya P1, Peschel, JP position 3 with Kilian Jossert on and Dean Hugenton. They were glued together, but now KJ under attack from his team driver teammate. There is confirmation, the bottom right of your championship. Jindrik Peschel will take the title, but there is an asterisk. Beside that, it is provisional. He is racing sub judice, which means it is provisional. Regardless, we concentrate on the race as Costoya has been caught by both the drivers from Team Baby Race. And Dean Hugenton is not far back as well. We move into the second half of the 60 mini final here this afternoon at SARNO. Dean Hugenton desperately wants to get up onto the podium. Costoya finished P3 at Le Conca 7 days ago, and he's P1 at the moment. JP on the back of Jacopo. Costoya comes across the line. Scott Lindblom again is fastest on the track. Roman Kamya from Grid 2, the Brit, back in 18th place. So the third last lap of this race, the laps fly by. Costoya, 0.3 of a second trying to pull away, but the peloton, so to speak, in cycling terms, is catching the Spaniard. Christian Costoya, P3 at Le Conca. He took the WSK Champions Cup title. He was on the podium in the Euro Series in 2021. The driver from Galicia in Sepulvedra in the northwest of Spain looks over his right shoulder. Back to the Baby Race duo who are split by Dean the Dutchman. 2 laps remaining at the end of this one. The sun is shining, the snow is melting on the top of the active volcano that is Mount Vesuvius that towers over this world-famous Circuito Internazionale Napoli. Costoya, P1, second in the championship. Peschel cops a touch from Dean. And all of a sudden, JP is now on the back of Costoya as they race across the line. It is 0.0 as JP dives down the inside. And Costoya says, no, you don't. closes the door on the championship leader. Dean is in position 3. Jindrik needs to think about the championship. He's in second place at the moment. Jacopo Martinez from pole position. At the moment, he's off the podium. This is the penultimate lap of the 60-meter final, the WSK Supermaster Series, as they race down the back straight. Again, Costoya nervously looks over his shoulder, not once, not twice. Now he looks left. He white lines it into the hairpin for the penultimate time. 1, 2, 3, 4, Costoya, Peschel, Hugendorn, and the pole sitter, the Italian, Jacopo Martinez. Jacopo trying to line up Dean, who's desperate to take the victory as they go into the final corner for the penultimate time. Peschel sends it down the inside. Costoya from P1, he's back to third. The championship leader trying to go 3 in a row. Last lap as they race across the line. Martinez sweeps out wide at 107 k's an hour. Peschel in the lead, Dean in second place. Costoya sends it into the second corner, does the Spaniard. Costoya in position 2. Jindrik Peschel racing under appeal, but regardless, is trying to take his third victory in a row. Under attack from Christian Costoya as they race down the back straight for the final time. Dean looks over his right side shoulder. He'll try and switch back. Watch Dean Hugendorn around the outside, and he takes Costoya. Dean takes the lead. What a move from the Dutchman. Superb. The Alonso Kart driver goes around Costoya, around Peschel on the outside, into the final corner for the final time. Costoya hits the back of Peschel. The checkered flag is about to wave. The pilot van the Netherlands is the winner here in Italy. Dean Hugendorn from the Netherlands takes victory in round 4 of the WSK Supermaster Series. Jindrik Peschel across the line in position 2. And with that, the Czech is provisionally the WSK Supermaster Series champion for 2022. Martinez P3, 14 baby race. And Costoya misses the podium by a single place. What a race here in SARNO. As we take a look at the highlights, Roman Kamyab from the outside of the front row actually made contact with the back of Dean Hugendorn. And from there, the Brit would fall down the field. He would ultimately finish in 12th place. A spectacular race. Nicholas Schaufler was fighting for the victory early on. Costoya picked them off 4th to 3rd to 2nd. And he was into 1st place as he went by Martinez and also Jindrik Peschel. The WSK Champions Cup champion looked as though he would take victory, but the baby race duo aided by Dean Hugendorn in some respects. They caught up into the final corner. Peschel made the move. Costoya from the 1st position, the top spot, back to 3rd and would ultimately finish off the podium. Dean Hugendorn, watch this move around the outside. Dean the Dutchman took victory here at SARNO in round 4, the championship decider here at SARNO. Dean Hugendorn, the Dutchman with the victory. Jindrik Peschel finishes in P2 and provisionally he has won the WSK Supermaster Series here at SARNO. Martinez finishes in position 3. Costoya, Polochko, Sala, William Kalija finished 7th. From KJ, Dries van Langendonk, the round 1 winner. What could have been the Belgian P9, and Christian Blandino in his 2nd WSK race. A superb drive to finish position 10. Provisionally, Jindrik Peschel has taken the title by 389 points to Costoya on 284. And Dries van Langendonk, P3 in the series on 244 points. However, that is provisional. There is an asterisk beside the series standings. But take nothing away from the Dutchman, Dean Hugendorn, driving the Alonso Kart for the Kiddix Driver Academy of Alessandro Lebrati and the former Formula 2 racer Natalia Kowalska. He stands on the top step. Dean Hugendorn in the 528 Alonso Kart takes victory here in SARNO in the championship decider. Well, stay with us on WSK.IT, and for the first time on Motorsport TV as well, we'll have the podium presentation for the 60 mini final in just a moment. The drivers make their way up to the podium and we are about to get underway with the first podium presentation for the race here this afternoon. The Vega caps go on the head of Jacopo Jindrik and Dean, who takes a fabulous victory here at SARNO. Baby race drivers are again on the podium, but not on the top step. A great victory for Dean. Dries van Langendonk taking victory in round 1 at Lonato. Hendrik Peschel taking victory in rounds 2 and 3, including 7 days ago at La Conca. And Dean with a brilliant drive in the Fernando Alonso kart for the Kiddix Driver Academy takes victory here in the series final this afternoon. The podium presentation for round 4 of the WSK Supermaster Series here at SARNO for 60 Midi. In third place for Team Baby Race, the Italian Jacopo Martinez. He won round 2, he won round 3, he comes up one short in the series decider. Position 2 here in SARNO for Team Baby Race from the Czech Republic, Hendrik Peschel. A brilliant drive for the Kiddix Driver Academy from the Netherlands. The winner of round 4 of the WSK Supermaster Series here at SARNO. Let's hear it for Dean Hugenton. The national anthem of the Netherlands. The podium for round 4 of the WSK Supermaster Series. Third place, Jacopo Martinez, Hendrik Peschel in P2, and the winner here in SARNO, Hendrik Peschel. Thank you, Jacopo Jindrik, and Dankuel Dean, the winner of round 4 of the WSK Supermaster Series. Stay with us on wsk.it. Also watching us for the first time on Motorsport TV.